tofu. Now, I love tofu, but if you don't, it's most likely because you haven't tried them the Rockstar way. Now, I remember the first time I got to try fresh tofu. I was on the road somewhere in Asia. It was warm, and the server dished it out with an ice cream scoop. The tofu had a totally different, much softer and less gelatinous consistency than the kind that we get here in America. So I made it my mission when I returned home to find ways to turn our store-bought tofu into something good and one of my favorite meals. So this section is loads of fun, and even if you weren't a tofu fan before, I'm willing to gamble that you will be after trying these recipes. So the first one, let's start out with tofu fries. So here's what you're going to want. You're going to want 1 package of extra firm tofu, 2 tablespoons of canola oil, 1 tablespoon of steak seasoning mix, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 hand towel, and a pan to fry in. Now drain the tofu and wrap it in the towel for 1 to 2 hours. It's always a good idea to prep your tofu like this the night before if you know you're making a dish that uses it the next day. So once again, drain the tofu, stick it in a towel, wrap it. If you can leave it overnight, great, but a couple hours is great. Slice the tofu into thin sticks, approximately 1/4 inch thick. Heat 1 tablespoon of oil in the pan on high heat. Add the tofu sticks a few at a time. Now be careful, just like frying anything, it splatters. Sprinkle the dry ingredients on each stick as they are cooking. Brown, flip, brown, and flip while tossing in more spices. Add more oil as needed. When brown on both sides, they are done. Now remove the completed sticks to a paper towel. Serve hot with Anand signature mango hot sauce, which is available everywhere, by the way. Alright, now this is my mom's recipe. Tofu and cottage cheese kebabs. These are great. And I'm not just saying that because my mother came up with this recipe. So you're going to want a package of extra firm tofu, 3 tablespoons of fat-free cottage cheese, 2 tablespoons of chickpea flour. It's also called graham flour. A teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 cup of fresh chopped cilantro leaves, half a cup of coarsely ground roasted salted peanuts, a 1/4 teaspoon of red chili powder, a half a teaspoon of coriander powder, a half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, a half a teaspoon of dried mango powder. It's also called umchur, A-M-C-H-U-R. You can get that at the Indian store. A half a teaspoon of dried ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, some canola oil, your small hand towel, 1 deep sauté pan, and 1 large bowl. Alright, you got all that? Alright. Now drain the tofu, then wrap it in a towel for 1 to 2 hours. Then in a bowl, mash the now drained tofu using your hands. Mix in all other ingredients except the oil, and form into small patties that are 1 to 2 inches in diameter. It yields about 15 to 20 kebabs. Preheat the pan and spread some of the oil. When the oil appears hot, then place the patties in the pan, browning on both sides and adding more oil as needed. Remove from the pan and serve hot. They taste fantastic plain, but a good condiment to go with these are a mint chutney. Alright, tofu salad. This is the one you see on the cover. You're going to want 1 package of firm or extra firm tofu, drained and dried. 2 medium-sized tomatoes, diced. Plum tomatoes work great for this, by the way. 1 cup of chopped cilantro, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of lime juice, salt to your taste, pepper to your taste, and 1 chopped jalapeno pepper. Drain and dry the tofu using the towel method as previously mentioned. Now cut the tofu into cubes. Mix it along with all ingredients in a bowl, toss, and serve cold. Now there are many more tofu recipes in the full Rockstar Recipes book at SmartUL. Now there are many more tofu recipes in the full Rockstar Recipes book at smarturl.it/Rockstar Recipes. Try those out. You can also try the ones available at the Celebrity Diet Program at sonicwaveintl.com/celebritydiet.